learned friends from media, the print and electronic. I'm grateful to you first for finding time in this busy schedule to meet us in this very place of Mumbai, and possibly try to understand what has been just now said by Mr. Milind Patre. Pathan is yet to speak, but Sanjay Upadhyay gave you a brief glimpse of what is the purpose behind. Friends, you might be aware that we have been doing a very unique work of Alandi Dehu, transforming the pilgrim centers of India and the world into knowledge centers of India and the world. This very program of environmental improvement and pollution control was started in the year 1987. 87 से आज तक शायद 40 साल 45 साल जो भी काम हुआ उसके पीछे मैंने अभी जो एक बयान किया तीर्थ क्षेत्र से ज्ञान तीर्थ क्षेत्र तक, ऐसे शब्द यूजुअली यूज नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन मैं आपको बड़ी नाज से कहूँगा कि अवर इंस्टीट्यूशन MIT of the World Peace University today, MIT ADT University, and the institutions aligned to this very mission, wherein we have said two sentences I will tell you, trying to promote the culture of peace and develop a holistic peace-loving society has been the mission. You know that we have been in engineering, medical, management, pharmacy, so many institutions in the modern education field. But today I can only very briefly make a statement before you. I know that you are going to be very busy, and I would love you to ask me some questions so that we can have a dialogue between us. What Sanjay said, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, whom you might be knowing him very well, बॉम्बे दूरदर्शन के पहले अधिकारी थे, लेकिन चर्चा होने से ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा आपके मन में कि भाई क्या बात है ये कि विश्वनाथ विराट इस उम्र में ऑक्सफोर्ड इंग्लैंड में जाके ऑक्सफोर्ड के कैंपस में जाके एक परिषद बनाते हैं, वैल्यू बेस्ड यूनिवर्सल एजुकेशन सिस्टम, ये नई संकल्पना जो आपने अभी देखा होगा, वो बॉडी ब्रेन, ये हर एक चीज़ को, एवरी लिविंग सेल हैज अ बॉडी एंड द ब्रेन, and here is the soul or the spirit and the mind. This concept is possibly put up before the world, maybe for the first time. That's my first statement. Only by one of the very great scholars and thinkers who have been along with us, I try to discuss with them, like Dr. Vijay Bhatkar too. The question is, it has to be in the most modern, high-tech area of the Google, the Facebook, the IT, computer, you use the words. And when you speak at the international platform, you have to prove yourself that you are worthy of what you are discussing about. Speaking in my own village where from I have come, गाय भैंस के तबेले में स्कूल होता था, गोबर निकालने का, झाड़ू मारने का, फटे हुए गन्ने की बोरी डाल के उस पर बैठ के स्कूल शुरू होता था। गाय भैंस चरने जाती है खेती में और शाम को आती है वापस, तो उनके गले की बेली स्कूल की बेल होती थी। ऐसे देहात से आके ये बात करने का अधिकार कैसे प्राप्त होता है? तो we have a very typical Vaishnava background, and I have been fortunate enough that from the very farmers family, with the blessings of my elder sister, Priyanka Kakarad, about whom I have been making a mention because she has been one person who has been responsible for making our career and life of the whole family. The question is, there is a very wonderful, fundamental, the question that why and what for this mission. For your information, I never wanted to be an engineer. I became an engineer, started MIT. I'm talking about MIT World Peace University. इंजीनियर बने, MIT खोली, और अभी तो बात करते हैं पीस की। ये क्या दिशा है भाई? ये कैसे होता है? इसे डिवाइन डेस्टिनेशन ऐसा बोला जाता है, डिवाइन मैसेज बोला जाता है। this very photo which I have kept here, you can see. I'll possibly every one of you, I don't know whether I have the copies like here, but I'll see that it reaches every one of you. In this it is written, philosopher Saint Sri Dhaneshwara, who says, may the darkness of the ignorance disappear and may this world see the light of knowledge divine. On the other side, it is written on this photo, philosopher scientist. Never it was said philosopher scientist. Philosopher scientist Dr. Albert Einstein, who says, I believe in God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of the universe, and I believe that the intelligence and consciousness is manifested throughout Mother Nature. I appeal to you, friends, you might be having different branches, but read these two sentences. Forget about the rest of the part. And the very small brief film you have been shown, which is possibly the biggest dome is not more important. The highest diameter, the monumental creation, miracle of the world, wonder of the world, all these words have been used, but the best part is, in my opinion, as a teacher, as a believer, it is now being recognized world over. It's a spiritually oriented scientific laboratory. This word has been the cause for which possibly I was invited to America. And the conferring of a PhD, in my opinion, it is important, but I'm not thinking that that was the most important event. More than the conferring of the PhD, the 23 or 25,000 sitting people here up there in the hall and conveying this message to more than about 20 million people. And wherein the discussion of the very great philosopher saint of India, Sant Dhaneshwar or Sant Tukaram, or so many other people I can make a mention, this was discussed. And in appreciation of the new world order, wherein the chaos, confusion, bloodshed, massacre, terrorism going on world over, and especially on the background of the coronavirus before 2.5 years' time, when it came out from one laboratory, whatever way you say China or any other place, but you must know that it had come only with 20% strength. And you know that everyone, including myself, including all the prime ministers, presidents, the United Nations, all the members, Security Council members, the WHO, the World Health Organization members, everybody, including you and me, were sitting behind the doors for 2 years because of the fear of the death. How it was caused, the biological weapons, chemical weapons, I'm not trying to advise you, preach you, friends. Remember, I'm trying to understand our mindset, each other. You are learned people, you are very wise people, you have the most effective communication skill. That's why I'm trying to put a different subject altogether. It's generally, yesterday also was discussed in America. They said, I met some gentleman in that, on the way, in some temple we had gone. He said, this is a very different discussion which the world needs today. May not be that our own people, ignorant people, they need it. But when I said transforming the pilgrim centers of India and the world into knowledge centers of India and the world, this is the mission. And this can only go from India, and for which this Swami Vivekananda speech on 11th September 1893, 130 years back. Like the same, the way, the hall, you must know the story. I will try to possibly pass on. Kadve, oh Maharaj, Tekar, sorry. The Vivekanandaची पुस्तक असली तर जास्त वाटतं. I request you, I appeal to you, please read the story behind. There are 8 volumes, and you must make a story yourself for Mother India. अपना जो भारत है, इंडिया है, जो भी है, इस भारत देश की एक नई दिशा है, उसका एक नॉलेज बेस्ड सोसाइटी का सुंदर चिंतन है. And how so beautifully the Vivekananda at that time and use those words. The first word was, as I repeat again, union of science and religion oblique spirituality. Alone will bring harmony and peace to mankind. The second sentence is more important. Again, he says, friends, remember, religion is nothing but to perform your duty. Duty toward the mother, the father, the family, the society, the nation, the whole world. These are the words of wisdom spoken 130 years back. And the third sentence is, that time we were under the clutches of the British. You know it very well. And that time Vivekananda tell the whole world and tells the Indian people that, friends, remember, it is much, much better to run after football on the ground than to read Gita or a Bible or a Quran in the temple or a mosque. Itna sundar hai dekho. And these words are going to be applicable today. And if the direction is not shown appropriately by all the universities, like the Oxford, Cambridge, MIT, Boston, Japanese, Chinese, forgetting the differences, you know it very well, you have much more information than me, but I am trying to